for a while they become the predators, but there's always a price. And, we're not even going to talk about immortal souls.
Right, right.
They pay the price in the world, too. So,
despite the soul, you're talking about the price that we pay on the earth. And then,
exactly.
And then you're talking about added tax, which we don't want.
Exactly. Now, I'm just going to mention three things because we got three people that want to have a question answered.
Okay.
I don't want to not answer their questions because, as you know, I could probably talk for the next 6 hours.
Go ahead. Tell us what the questions are, and let's get them out there.
Yeah. Okay. So we got three questions. One is from Dawn Prudenti, and her question is: if alien beings are truly already among us, why won't they show themselves to us and try to share or make us understand their type of spiritual knowledge? So first of all, this assumes that they are truly amongst us because we don't know if they're truly amongst us. We don't know what the heck aliens are. Scientists tell us, and all these three questions, by the way, are fantastic questions, but, as a scientist, nothing, according to Albert Einstein, which, he could be fallible, he could be, proven false, nothing travels faster than the speed of light. So that's 186,000 miles per second. Okay, so if you were to go to the sun, right, our sun, it would be like 8 minutes to get there. The nearest sun, other than our sun, is in Alpha Centauri, and it's 3.4 light years away. So, and that's the nearest solar system to us. So you would have to have an advanced civilization that could travel at least, probably warp multiple times faster than light speed.
So you're saying that the speed of light, I could travel to the sun in 8 minutes.
Right.
And my car can't. How long would it take me to drive there?
It would take you until you were basically dust in a crystal.
Yeah. Go ahead. I just had to say that.
Exactly. No, you couldn't do that. So anyway,
No.
So in order for aliens to come to us, they would have to travel at warp speeds. Now, scientists theorize that warp speeds could be possible if you had some sort of, let's say, Stargate, an entrance at one end and an exit at one end, and basically you would fold space so that it's like bending a piece of paper. So instead of going all the way around the circumference of the paper, you would just go from one point right directly to the other point, and it would take billions of miles in a second. But we don't know if they have that. I mean, that's a pretty great assumption. Okay. Now, the thing that I have to emphasize, so I'm not discounting that, but I got to tell you a quick, I've seen UFOs. In other words, these flying saucers, but I've seen things that I can't identify. When I was 6, I saw a UFO go right over my head, and it was triangular shaped. It had running lights. It was very close to the house, and it didn't make any sound, which didn't make any sense to me at the time because I thought, wow, it's a starship, it's a spaceship, it should make sound, but it didn't. Okay, so fast forward to and that was in 1959 that I saw this starship. In 1977, I believe, I went to a movie called Star Wars. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, I see this thing go over, and all of a sudden, the starship, the Imperial Cruiser, goes over my head in the film, and I go, holy crap, I didn't see that starship when I was 6 years old. I had a psychic vision of seeing this movie.
So that's that's funny. So you were really seeing a prediction of a film that they were doing, that they were making?
That's exactly what happened in that case.
Oh, geez.
Ow. So the reason why I do take this sort of stuff seriously is because these demons and jinn specifically are elaborate psychic projectors. They love to create hallucinations. And that's something, as a demonologist, we're taught how to recognize the projection and how to get out of a projection, out of an hallucination. So these entities are not really real. These aliens, when people say I'm abducted and I see aliens, I see great things, they're not extraterrestrial entities. They may be, and I believe this really, because I see this sort of stuff happening. They are really demons that pretend to be aliens.
I believe that. Yes, yeah. I mean, a demon could be many forms. I mean, it could be whatever that people want for them to, whatever is appealing towards them.
Exactly. And in Ireland 300 years ago, they pretended to be leprechauns. And in England, they pretended to be, dragons or whatever, or fairies or whatever. In today's society, they will do whatever they can do to get you to convince them that they're something that they're not. They are never going to appear to you as the hideous creatures that they truly are. They will always pretend to be something that they're not. And, if I'm a Satanist and I evoke a demon, Lucifer, for example, Lucifer's not going to come to me looking like the way he really looks. The way that Satanists say that Lucifer looks like them is a slender, young, androgynous man with blonde, flowing hair who is like, I'm here for you, my child. I will help you. God is a selfish God. I'm here to share my knowledge. That's how Lucifer projects himself.
Yes.
Projects himself. So these things, I can cite case after case after case from these people that are like, I'll give you a couple of quick cases so we can go on to the next thing.
Okay.
1952, a group of people decided, and I could tell you the names and everything, but scientists were involved, socialites were involved, and the movers of society were involved. They got together in Ossining, New York, starting in 1952, and they did seances, and they contacted a group of so-called invisible aliens called the Council of Nine. And these persons talked through the medium and said, we're here, you're our brothers, and we're going to help you, because the Earth's the Earth is ready to, have global changes and everything else, and you're the saviors of the society. And it was essentially demons talking to these people, because there's clues. They actually recorded what these entities said. Quote, God is nobody else than we together, the 9 principalities of God. There is no God other than what we are together. And see, the demons supply clues. God is God. God isn't a group of aliens that together become God. God isn't someone that, I'm going to start my own religion and now I'm God.
Right.
So that in itself proved, to me at least, and there's quote after quote after quote, that these things are really evil. Now, who did these people come to? I'll tell you who they came to. Gene Roddenberry, Arthur C. Clarke, Hugh Hefner, L. Ron Hubbard. And I'm not making this up. And all those people that I just mentioned, plus like dozens of others, were major societal influences. Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, Arthur C. Clarke, amazing, 2001, amazing things. Hugh Hefner, Playboy, L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of the Church of Scientology. They got their blueprints on how to create these societal influences through these aliens. That should tell you everything. Okay?
We have about 8 minutes left, but before we go, I want to still talk to you about, we have so much demons within this world, within the spiritual world, and the spiritual warfare that's going on that people don't know about, or some people do know about it. What can you say about that? How could we, any way to help with that, any way to stop, or is this the way the world is? Or,
well, I have really bad news for everyone. As of December 21st, 2012, we have officially gone into the fifth age of mankind. The Mayans were correct, in a sense. They were expecting the end of the world. No, it wasn't the end of the world. It was the end of the fourth era of mankind, the era of Christ. Since 2012, we are now in the era of Aquarius. We are in the area of Horus. We are in the area of the new world order. And we have given ourselves to the people that believe in demons and celebrate demons. And these people include the top-ranking politicians, the top entertainers, the top business people. They are saturating the world with their evil.
It's just so much junk going on in this, so much evil within this world. There's there's a lot of satanic stuff that people don't know about. Cults.
Yep.
I mean, even within music, I'm just going to say it straight out. Rob Zombie, even though he says he's not, I wouldn't have any doubt that there might be some satanic traces within his stuff.
Many people, and that's part of the job of being a demonologist, is tracking these people, tracking cults, tracking serial killers, trying to analyze why they did what they did, and tracking the so-called influentials of the world. I am the keeper of secrets. That's, as the Roman Catholic Church once said to me, you are the keeper of the ancient knowledge. And it's true, but I see what people are doing.
Right.
And the only thing we can do is sort of slow it down, or probably the best thing we can do is in ourselves, in our family, in the people we know, is share the light, share the goodness, share God's news. So that's what we have to stay God's children, because the world is going to change so rapidly around us that we won't know what right is going to be portrayed as wrong. People are going to be condemned. You know, at the rate that we're going, in 30 years, Christians will be killed on the street just for being Christian.
Yeah. It was at one time.
Yeah, it was. And you saw what happened. Why was I so outraged on Facebook when Governor Cuomo, who's supposed to be a good Roman Catholic, goes, oh, this is great. We're going to do, you can have your child born and then put it to death if you want it. Why do I get outraged when the Pope doesn't do anything about pedophile priests?
Oh, that's, it's funny because there's a lot of good priests too, but why is it the bad gets the attention? Why is it within everything? I mean, within the police department, within different churches, all the bad draws more attention.
Because they're abused. Everyone believes that you trust in certain people.
Okay.
Just when one person does something against that trust, then everyone is unfortunately judged by that criteria.
It explodes, It explodes, and that's how demons could get involved in good things real fast by destroying them, I believe.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so let me go to the next two questions.
Wait. No, we have like 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
We have three. So, okay, if you could answer
them. We got a Nan Romero that says, hey, Al, with all your years of experience as a demonologist, I'm sure you have encountered an occasional person who is sure they are qualified in handling serious cases. Okay, and how do you deal with that? I'll tell you, it's not an occasional person that thinks that they're a demonologist. It's becoming rampant. Every town now has their own ghost hunting club, and every ghost hunting club now has its own psychic and its own demonologist, and that's BS. Because in order to